I've had teams of hundreds of people working for me, and I've also been the lone wolf, sitting in a cafe all by myself, doing or typing the code in and doing everything, and then all the stages in between. And it's one thing to kind of realize that yourself, as part of being a startup founder, but you also have to be prepared to help your leaders through that same challenge, right? Because it's not uncommon to bring somebody on board from a large company, and they've just always had someone to give certain kinds of work to, and now they're doing it, right? All of a sudden. And then also the reverse, where you bring maybe somebody on board from a startup experience, but then as they're learning to grow and they have to scale themselves in a way that maybe they haven't ever done before. Another one here is what I would call like premature scaling, right? We talk all the time on the technical side, right, about premature optimization, and that totally applies to organizations as well. Think about, like, if you're at AWS and you're going to go launch a service, you right off the bat, like, you can have 1 million people use it. So you need tremendous scaling power, tremendous resilience to load fluctuations, insanely good monitoring dashboards, around the clock, around the planet operators, on and on and on. But like, as a startup, maybe you launch it and one person starts using it. So you can't optimize prematurely, right, for that kind of scale up and scale out. And here's where you have to be careful about your staffing. And this is where I think it's really easy to make mistakes. And and we've made them kind of probably on both ends here, where either you get people kind of so focused on operational topics like operational scalability and optimization that, like, you can't get something out the door in time, or you don't focus on it enough, and then you risk harming your customers. And as a startup, you can't afford to lose them. So, finding that happy balance and working with your engineering team and your leadership team to figure out, like, how does everyone down to like the individual IC help balance that knife's edge at a startup, right? Between really caring for your customers and doing right by them, but also keeping the company agile and moving along, right? Because if you don't do that, you can't sit around for 6, 9, 12 months, right? You can't wait for the next reInvent to launch, right? Like, that's not an option in a startup. So that just works kind of differently.